This morning, our topic is called a mind. A mind set free, ang pag-iisip na pinalaya. Okay? So, bago po ako pumunta dun sa actual topic ko, I would like for us to read, John 19, verses 17 to 18. Sabi po dyan, and he, referring to Jesus Christ, bearing his cross, went out to a place called the place of skull, which is called in Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him and two others with him, one of either side, and Jesus in the center. Para po dun sa mga hindi pa nakakapunta sa Israel, ako po hindi pa ako nakakapunta sa Israel, but this has been my prayer and my desire and my plan to go. No? Meron po doon tinatawag na place of skulls. Yan po ang tinatawag nating Golgotha. Narinig nyo na po ba yung Golgotha? Okay. Diyan po kung saan ipinako ang Panginoon. No? Kung gusto nyo pong malaman ano yung Golgotha, yan po ang place of skulls. It's very interesting to know, no? Bakit kaya of all places, dun siya sa Golgotha kinrucify? Kasi kung makikita niyo po yung Golgotha, ito po yan, the Mount of Skulls. Nakikita niyo ba? Napipicture niyo yung skulls? This is like a human skull. Ayan, no? Diba? Yan ang mata, yan ang ilong, yan ang bibig, no? Para siyang skull, diba? Tapos tinitingnan ko siya kagabi, ito rin, no? Mata, ilong, bibig. So parang the whole mountain is a picture of skull. At kung may imagine nyo, dyan pinako ang Panginoon. So naisip ko, ang Panginoon dumating, He came not only to give us salvation, but He came to give us victorious life. Can you just imagine, no? It signifies the head, the mind of us, no? Kasi kung dun siya kinrucify, when He was pierced on the side, tumulo ang dugo. No? Just imagine, tumulo yung dugo dun sa skull, and you can just imagine, dito tumutulo yung dugo to set us free. Because most of the time, we are struggling with our minds. Ngayon, si Satan po in Genesis 3, he held us captive. Pag sinabi kong captive, ay para kang hinuli, para kang sundalong hinuli. Ganun po ang ginawa ni Satan sa atin sa Genesis 3. Hindi niya po tayo hinuli using a gun, baril, or a knife, or a bomba. He set us captive with a lie, kasinungalingan sa utak. God already gave His commission, sinabi niya na kay Adam at kay Eva. Pero ang unang ginawa ng kaaway ay magbigay ng doubt. See? It's again in the mind. Sabi niya, totoo ba? Totoo ba na sinabi niya? Di ba ano sinabi ng Panginoon? You can eat the fruits from all of the trees except this one. Except this one. Kasi sa Kanya yun eh. So sinabi na ng Panginoon. Pero anong ginawa ni Satan? Ang unang ginawa niya ay maghasik ng kasinungalingan. Ang sabi niya, sinabi niya nga ba? So nagkakas na siya ng doubt. Now the enemy, before he can defeat you, he will disarm you. When I say disarm, tatanggalin niya kung may hawak kang baril, tatanggalin niya muna yung baril. Ano yung baril natin? Yung Word of God. Nag-cast siya ng doubt. So binaba mo ngayon yung baril mo. Wala kang sandata. They lost. Nagkasala sila. Hindi po ba? So when you say that you are fighting Satan, you are not fighting Satan physically. Hindi mo siya pwedeng sampalin physically tapos na. You are fighting in the Spirit. Ngayon, there are 3 things that we should consider this morning for us to understand, to fully understand this topic called a mind set free. Number one, understanding that the mind is the main battlefield of good and evil. Sino po dito nakakaranas na natotorture kayo, kakaisip? Nare-realize niyo po ba na ang battle nasa utak? Ang battle nasa pag-iisip? Di po ba? For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war according to the flesh, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in God for pulling down strongholds, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. Okay? Nung una po, hindi ko naiintindihan ibig sabihin nitong verse na to. Pero nung pinag-aaralan ko to, sobra siyang nagliwanag. And I would like to share with you what this verse means because this is really powerful. Sabi niya, tatandaan mo na although you walk in the flesh, eto, lumalakad ka, namubuhay ka in the flesh. Sabi niya, tatandaan mo, ang kalaban mo, normally referred to as the enemy, sinasabi ng Panginoon, yun yung si Satan. The warfare is not flesh, but it is spiritual. In the spiritual realm. Kukuha niyo po ba? Ang gera natin hindi physical. It's in the mind. It's how you think. No? So sabi diyan, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war according to the flesh, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Carnal meaning physical. Carnal from the word carne, carnal. No? But mighty in God for pulling down strongholds. Ano po ba yung strongholds? Ano po ba yung strongholds? Pag sinabing pulling down of strongholds, strongholds is a house of bondage. Whether you know it or you don't know it, He has been feeding you thoughts that is not in line with the Word of God. Yun yung bondage. Fear, align ba yan sa Word of God? Depression, align ba yan sa Word of God? Worry, lust, anger, fear. Naiisip niyo po ba yung mga bagay na yan? Yes or no? They are strongholds. Sinabi sa inyo ni Satan yan. Pero if you think about it, that is not aligned. Is fear aligned to the Word of God? God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. Ngayon, ang sabi dito, casting down arguments. When you say arguments, ito yung nagtatalo sa isip mo. Magbibigay ba ako? Hindi ba ako magbibigay? Papatawarin ko ba siya? Hindi ko siya papatawarin? Matatakot ba ako? O hindi ba ako matatakot? These are arguments. And every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought, bawat thought na naiisip mo, sabi niya, dalin mo daw captive into captivity to the obedience of God. Ganito lang po yan. Pag sinabi, ibig sabihin ng verse na yan. Tatandaan nyo that our warfare is not physical. It is in the spirit. And we are trying to pull down your bandages. No? So that what you do is to submit that thought. Parang sinasabi, yung captivity, yung spear point, ito ang thought mo, ilagay mo siya sa salita ng Diyos. Ilagay mo siya, spear point. You bash it, you compare it against the Word of God. Di ba? So pagka nakakaisip ka ng gusto ko talagang mag-smoke or pagpalagay natin, gusto mong magalit, ayaw mong magpatawad, yung thought na yon, ilagay mo sa salita ng Diyos. Ano bang sabi ng salita ng Diyos? Magpatawad ka. Ito yung meaning ng verse na to. Every thought, i-bash mo against the Word of God. Kasi we're trying to pull strongholds, bandages. If you are fighting your battles with your flesh, at ang kaaway mo ay in the Spirit, you are fighting the wrong enemy with the wrong weapon, and you will fail. Parang kung nais nating maintindihan, halimbawa ikaw ay lalaban ng tennis, may championship kayo sa tennis, pero ang dala mong raketa, badminton. Sa tingin nyo, mananalo kayo? Unless sobrang galing nyo. But ang sinasabi dito, kung ang kaaway natin, now that we know that ang kaaway natin is in the Spirit, in our thoughts. Kalabanin mo by the flesh, hindi ka magwawagi, kapatid.